Hi, this is Allie from Caps on Insane Journal. This is the first of a few screen capture tutorials I'm planning on making, tailored to the capping community on Insane Journal and Dreamwidth. But if you found this video through other means, hi, welcome. And shout out to my 16 subscribers who followed me for my wildly popular gaming videos years ago and never bothered to unsubscribe. I'm in the tutorial business now, guys. So before anything else, we need to start with the basics. So I'm going to make a quick tutorial to show you guys how to set up hotkeys for manually taking screen caps, but also how to set up auto capping so VLC will do all the work for you. I'll post time links down in the description so you can skip ahead to whatever section you need. Let's start with the easiest one to set up, and that is what a lot of cappers call hand capping. It's just where you manually press the button, take what you need, and then that's it. You just gotta sit there, cap. Okay, so we are going to go to Tools, Preferences, Hotkeys, and we're going to search for Take Video Snapshot. I think the default is Shift S on Windows or Command Alt S on Mac, but y'all, that is too many damn buttons to press, so I'm just going to set it to 1, but you can set it to whatever you want. After that, we are going to go to the video section and set our directory. You'll need to manually make the directory folder yourself, because if you just add the folder name that doesn't exist, thinking VLC will just make a new folder for you, it'll turn into a file instead of a folder. I've done this several times before and only realized after I thought I'd finished capping a whole movie, and it sucks to go in and just see it's just one file when you thought it was like 1,000 screen caps because you've just been hitting that button 1,000 times. So my point is, be sure to make the folder yourself. For the prefix, I like to put the initials of the actor I'm capping. So for Kana-san, I'd put NW- for Naomi Watanabe, and then make sure sequential numbering is on so everything stays in order. As for format, I use PNG because it gives a higher quality image. Then I like to turn off Windows decoration. Not really sure what it does because it doesn't hide subtitles or anything. I really don't know what the Windows decorations are, but I don't want them, so I always just uncheck it. That's basically it. Start the video, press your hotkey, pictures will show up in your folder. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Now let's get to auto capping. It's a little more complicated to set up, but it's the lazy man's way of capping. You could just set it and forget it. It's real nice. Okay, so we are going to go to Tools, Preferences, and under Show Settings at the bottom, click All. Scroll all the way down to Video section and click Filters. What you're looking for is something called Scene Video Filter, so you're going to check that box and then expand the Filters section, then scroll until you see Scene Filter under there. Then you will click that. So the default image type is PNG, and that's what I personally prefer for caps because even though the file size is bigger, I think JPEGs take away too much of the quality. So I'm going to leave that how it is. You can leave the image height and width at -1 if you want, and it'll just take caps the size of your monitor's resolution. I just leave it alone because I'm afraid of messing something up and distorting the image, but if you're feeling confident, then go for it. I just use a different program called Image Resizer for Windows to resize my caps so they're not like make large, huge, because my caps are used by people who make 100 by 100 pixel icons, so they don't need to be big, but it's up to you and your preferences. Anyway, you could set the file name prefix to whatever you want. Sometimes I'll just call it screen caps. Sometimes I'll put the name of the person I'm taking caps of. Usually just screen caps because I'm lazy and I don't want to go back to the settings every time to change it. Keep in mind that unlike hand capping, auto capping will overwrite whatever caps are already in the directory folder if they have the same prefix. So if you use the prefix screen caps for a different capping session, it'll start overwriting those files as soon as you hit play, and they will be gone forever. So try to remember to take them out of the folder as soon as you're done so that doesn't happen. This filter also stays on even after you've closed out of VLC and reopen it, so try to remember to go back into your settings and uncheck it to turn it off before you close out so that next time you play a video, it won't start taking screen caps that you don't want. We'll need to back out of VLC and make the folder we want our caps to go into, or you can just grab a link to a folder that's already made if you have it made. VLC will not make a new folder for you if you write it in, so you have to go and do it yourself. Go ahead and paste the link into the folder directory path section. As for the recording ratio, the default is 50, but I set it to about 10, which means it'll take a screen capture once every 10 frames. Any lower than that, and I found that it tends to just capture duplicates of the same frame. You could set it higher than that if you don't want to have as many images to sort through, but I'd rather take a whole bunch and then manually go in and prune the caps afterward to get rid of blurry shots or expressions that are similar. So now that you've set that up, hit save. You will probably need to restart VLC because the first time I set up auto capping, it wasn't taking caps when I hit play, and I thought it was broken, and I was so mad, but all I needed to do was X out and restart the program. That was it. Then you just hit play on your video. It'll start capping automatically. An important thing to note is that even if you hit pause, it will continue capping even if it's just the same still frame. So if you pause, think you can walk away real quick, go get a snack. You might come back to 100 screenshots of the same frame you left it on. But if you hit stop, it'll stop recording. But when you hit play again, it'll start overwriting the files that are already in the folder with the new frames it's capturing. So be careful. This is one of those things you either need to stay with until you're done. So like if you're only capping one actor and they're only in certain scenes, just skip through the movie or whatever, and it'll auto cap the scenes that you're watching, and then stick with that, or just set it and forget it. Like minimize it, mute it, leave it alone. It'll still cap and play even when it's minimized, so don't worry about it. You do other things. And that's about that on that. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Stay tuned for more videos because I'm going to get in how to screen cap videos from streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, so we don't have to resort to piracy anymore, and how to cap high quality videos from YouTube without having to download them. So thanks for watching. Bye.